What's up, man? This your boy Oski Sunghai, doing a short vid for y'all. I'm seeing a lot of questions about reptilians and shit like that. What does the humans got to do with the reptilians and shit like that? So I'm gonna let you know these reptilians. First off, the humans that turn into them, right? Like Justin Bieber, The Rock, fucking who was it recently? You know, Miley Cyrus. It was recent people. I forgot who. You just came out too. Who? It was a recent person. Who? Rihanna. There we go. Rihanna. Known as a, she just got recently known as a reptilian. You know what I'm saying? Recently, because there's a video out. Make sure you check it out on my page, at BLACKBOOKT.V on IG, and you can see firmly that she's obviously a reptilian. No question about that. So, how does what does the humans got to do with the reptilians? First off, there's certain celebrities that have the blue blood inside of them. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my man Ref too. Shout out my man Ref, owner of Word on the Street, because me and him do much dialogue about this. And yes, these people have blue bloods in them. Now, what do I mean by that? The blue blood is extraterrestrial DNA. That's what it is. The blue blood is extraterrestrial DNA, and in order for you to pretty much, you know, enhance your psyche and enhance your potential, your full potential as a particular being, right? Let's just say a reptilian, right? Let's say a reptilian. Let's say, yo, I want to be a motherfucking reptilian. Let's just say that, yeah. Then that would mean that they would have to inject some type of blue blood in you. Now, of course, the celebrities don't be asking for this shit. They get that offhand. Once they hit that certain $1 million mark, they have blue blood in them. I'll say around 30 million. I'll say around 30 million. I'll say 30 million. $30 million. Once you reach that mark, you know, 9 times out of 10, you got some blue blood in you. If you're a celebrity, 9 times out of 10. Now, you might be asking, what does this blue blood mean? What's the whole point of having blue blood? It's in order for them to have great contact with the beings that gave it to them, right? You see, if I was to come into third density, right, which is the third dimension, which is the dimension we're in today, if I was to come into third density, I would have to look like a third density person. You feel what I'm saying? When you see a bubble, you know, from some water, when you see a bubble, you know, because this is third density, it's gonna make a form or a shape of like a circle, or any shape that has to do with this manifested third density. It's always gonna turn into that: a square, triangle, circle, you name it. It turns into that, right, all the time. But if I was to pop a bubble, let's say if I was to pop that bubble, and then I was to take it out of the third density and also put it into fourth density. Now, if you look up what cymatics is, right? Cymatics is basically when you use vibrations in order to alternate sand, water. You know, most of the time it's it's a liquid or solid properties that's able to be manipulated, like sand. It's a rock. It's supposedly a solid, but at the same time, you're able to manipulate it into the shape you want it to be because they're only tiny minerals of rock. You know what I'm saying? So where am I going with this? So basically, they use this blue blood pretty much in order for them to transform into a reptilian. Now, I'm about to prove my point for a second. What do I mean by that, Oski? Because what do you mean that people can transform into that? You know what I'm saying? I just told you. It's blue blood. Like, there's nothing more I need to tell you. It's blue blood. So there's not nothing extra I need to go on about. It's blue blood. They inject them with it. Right? I'm gonna show the book. Right? I'm gonna show the book. And on the book, or in the book, should I say, Princess Diana's best friend was on the book, right? And she was saying that Princess Diana was going through basically rituals. There was a night after an event, and fucking they put a tube inside of Princess Diana's pretty much vagina, and when she was pregnant, in order for because when you're inside, when you're within this royal family, they expect you to really be down, blood. You know what I'm saying? A lot of y'all talking about, oh, race doesn't matter. It's everybody. Da da da. You know, we're all the same blood. No, the fuck we're not. If we was all the same blood, nigga, I'll be transforming into a reptilian. You know what I'm saying? If we all had the same blood, there will be no RH positive and RH negative blood, which is rhesus monkey blood, right? There wouldn't be no AB, B. You know what I'm saying? There would be no different blood types. Why is it different blood types if we all have the same blood? So that's bullshit. So don't believe that. On a spiritual level, many of us are connected. You know what I'm saying? I could prove that another time. But for right now, I'm just talking about reptilians, right? On a spiritual, we are connected, but genetically, we're not connected. And that's what separates us from everybody else, you know what I'm saying? But to prove my point, when you're in third density, you're going to look like a third density being. And when you look like a different being, you know what I'm saying? Because your dimensions of your body matches the dimensions of this matrix. You feel what I'm saying? It's deep. You know what I'm saying? Like, for example, your finger. You ever notice there's lines on your fingers? You ever notice that? There's lines on your fingers? But you ever notice that the top part of my finger, where the first line is, right, is about probably 2 times bigger than this part right here. And then this part right here is most likely 2 times bigger than this part of the finger right here. So on and so on. Now, what do I mean by that? It's proportions. Because the proportion of your body matches, right, the same mathematical proportions of a tree. The same mathematical proportions of a motherfucking starfish. The same mathematical proportion of a motherfucking grass. Sand. Fucking, if there is that, I just kind of made that up. But a squirrel, nigga. Like, you have the same exact mathematical proportions on your body as you do nature. That's why they say we're all connected. It has nothing to do with genetics, right? But we're connected spiritually. That's just to prove my point. But we're all connected spiritually. So the dimensions of a reptilian is different from the dimensions of a third dimensional being or entity or natural things that's out, as far as proportions. It's not proportionally the same as a tree or this or that. You know, it will only be as proportionate as this density tells it to be. You see, when a shapeshifter shifts, you have to understand when a shapeshifter shifts, many people can't see them. They become invisible. You feel what I'm saying? Many people can't see them. They become invisible.
Now Roger spooked him, so as he took off, a cloud of ink, lands, and when he lands, the octopus says, "Look, I've been seen, best thing to do is get as big as I can get." That big brown makes his eye spot very big, so he's bluffing. Let's do it backwards. I thought he was joking when he first showed it to me. I thought it was all graphics. So here it is in reverse. Watch the skin color, watch the skin texture. Just an amazing animal. Can change color and texture to match the surroundings. Watch him blend right into this algae. 1, 2, 3. And now he's gone, and so am I.
Now what do I mean by that? They're not as fucking visible like how I am right now. I'm only visible to you because I'm in a 3rd density form. But if I was in a 4th density, 5th density form, I would be invisible to you.
What's your problem? I said, what's your problem?
How are you today, sir? Okay, how's it going? Fine, thank you.
Because your mind can't comprehend what that type, what would that look like? You know what I'm saying? You wouldn't comprehend what that looks like. So your mind and your brain is only attached to the 3rd density that the, you know, the circus monkeys, aka Hollywood, gave to you. You know what I'm saying? So that's what it is. These blue bloods, Justin Bieber and them able to transform because once they hit a certain level in Hollywood, they got to get that. They gotta get that. There's no, you know, I'll think about it. No, nigga, you getting that blue blood in you whether you like it or not, because that's how it goes down. That's how it goes down. Like, yeah, you know, that's how it goes down, because this is who runs the music industry. You know what I'm saying? This is who runs the music industry. This is who runs. These are your top CEOs of these big ass buildings. Like 9 times out of 10, it may be ran by a human, but it's really behind the scenes. It's ran by an extraterrestrial. You know what I'm saying? These new designs and shit with the phones and shit. Who you think's making that? You think a white nigga's making that? Look, they just came on the scene, so you know no white niggas is making these touchscreen phones. Think about it. Think about it. If a caveman just got out of the cave, you mean to tell me a few thousand years later he's building castles and shit? Oh, we already know, Oski. It wasn't them that built the castles. It was the Moors that built the castles. Okay. So what? They're building the technology now? They're building the cell phones. They're building the camcorders. After they just got out the caves. Thousands of years, a couple thousand years later. A few hundred years later. They're building cameras and shit. Touchscreens. The niggas that was in caves. Okay. Okay. Well, all I'm gonna say is, you could believe that bullshit, but I'm a free thinker. You know what I'm saying? I know what's up. I understand evolution. You know what I'm saying? Not to a TT, but enough to say that that's bullshit. You know what I'm saying? That's bullshit. So, if they was taught how to wipe their ass, if they was taught math, if they was taught how to build these castles and shit by black people, what makes you think they wasn't taught how to make a touchscreen phone and shit by extraterrestrials? You gotta really think about this shit, because there's people, there's entities that's running your world right now. You feel what I'm like? There's entities that's presidents, and they understand emotions. They're black. They're inside black skin and white skin. They're inside a whole bunch of skins. You know what I'm saying? But they have to weaken the melanin in order to go inside that skin. You know what I'm saying? But that's a fact. You know what I'm saying? That's a fact. That's a fact. That's a fact. These dudes is out here and they're reptilians. They lying to you. These presidents and shit, reptilians. Like, nigga, I don't know. I don't know. You know, any questions, like I said, any questions you want me to prove some shit, anything, let me know. Because I'm going to be going deep on this shit. As well as the spirituality. And, of course, 5 things mainstream media miss. But, yeah, reptilians run your world. Like, they understand frequency. This is why, you know, shout out to Young Pharaoh. But, you know, in 1939, they switched the frequency. Right? They switched the frequency from 432, right, to 440. Now, if you understand frequency, something that's like, there's something like, all right, 432 would be this, for an example. It would be this. You know, something happy, you know. But that's some white boy shit, but you understand what I'm talking about. Now, 440 or 500 frequency, as far as radio frequency, that's just gonna be. Now, what does that mean? You ever heard a radio crash? It's like a radio crashing, except they're making a beat out of it, and you're able to nod your head to it. You have to understand that you're a frequency modulator on all levels. Your brain modulates the frequencies around you. Your heart, which is the biggest one, modulates the frequencies around you. So you can, you know, contort, you know what I'm saying, and understand people's energies better. You know, you can't just be like, yo, he got swag. Oh, he got, nigga, he got the braids. Oh, he got this, he got that. He must be a real nigga. If you thinking like that, that's the reason why you're in the position you're in right now. You know what I'm saying? That's why you probably either don't got friends. That's probably why you either are not shit. You know what I'm saying? Because you're just worried about what other people got instead of worrying about yourself. And that's what I mean, self-mastery. You know how many people tell me, yo, Ty, you know what I'm saying? You know, when are you gonna fucking get this? When are you gonna get that? When are you gonna get this? You know what I'm saying? Ty's like, you know, my nickname. But when you gonna get that? When you gonna get this? When you gonna get that? I told him all the time, like, I want to get this first, and then I'll get this. Because people will try to, like, try to maneuver your goals for you. Like, you should get this first. Nah, nigga, I'm getting this first. And then I'm gonna get this. Because I run my life. You know what I'm saying? Fuck Snow, I don't want no Jordans. Fuck Snow, I don't want no Gucci. I don't give a fuck about none of that shit. Fuck Gucci. Fuck Jordans, nigga. Fuck Jordan. Jordan didn't give a fuck when niggas was getting shot for it. Still to this day, you don't give a fuck. So fuck Jordan, nigga. I'm saying that straight to your face, nigga. Fuck you. You a bitch. I don't give a fuck. You a bitch. You a bitch. So, you know, like I said, he's a bitch. He's a bitch. He knows it. But anyway, you know, all these Hollywood niggas is bitches. Anyone in Hollywood's a bitch. That's a fact. I mean that in the most sincerest way. All of y'all are hoes. And y'all know what y'all doing. Y'all out here hypnotizing people. Colin Kaepernick, you a hoe. Nigga, Colin Kaepernick's a hoe. Nigga, out here tricking the people. You Masonic ass motherfucker. I caught all your signs. I caught all your signs. I know your fucking fraternity. I know all that shit. So you're not gonna catch me with that. You're not gonna come up and pull that shit with me. I know who you deal. I know who your deals and ties is with. I know how much money you made, how much you're gonna make off of merchandise after this shit's over. So no, nigga, you ain't gonna catch me with that. You ain't gonna do that to me. You work with them. You with them. Beyonce giving you an award? Pfft, you with them. You with them. Beyonce didn't give a fuck about her own man getting fucked up by her sister. She didn't give a fuck about her sister on the elevator. So you think she give a fuck about this? No, nigga. So all of y'all work together. You know, and there's grown men who's in their 40s who really believe this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, they're down for us. They got their Colin Kaepernick's picture up. I seen this one dude. He got Colin Kaepernick's picture up as his profile pic. And I'm like, my nigga. You know, but at the end of the day, not everyone's supposed to be awake. But they play both sides. You know what I'm saying? This is what they do. This is how they play. This is what the reptilian mind does. They understand that the race, the human genome, as far as all of us on this planet, they understand that they can easily separate us. Boom, separate, boom, separate, boom, separate. And they can do it many times. They can say race, they can say government, they can say, what's that shit white people like saying? Liberal, you know, and what's that other shit? Liberal and, you know what it is. The liberals and the other shit. You know, all of that shit's the same to me. You know what I'm saying? It's all the same, but because it's made for division. Now, you might be saying, yo, but Oscar, you be talking bad about white people. You damn right. I don't give a, I don't care about white people like that. You know what I'm saying? But the like-minded ones, they are white people who know what's up. And they're in the shadows because they don't want to be treated like black people. So they're in the shadows. You know what I'm saying? They don't want to be treated like black people. They don't want to have those same that same torture method and shit like that, like black people's going through. They don't want to go through that, and they don't want to be looked down upon in their family, their friends and shit. So they have to keep this matrix up for themselves. So what they have to do is they have to keep their mouth shut. You know, some of them, but the rest, they enjoying the fucking privilege, baby. You know what I'm saying? They enjoying the privilege, but that shit's over with. That shit's done. So, you know, I just wanted to tell you about the shape-shifting and a few other things that was on my mind. You know. More shit's coming up. I'm gonna be doing like I said, PowerPoints. I've been talking about that for a minute, but I just have to make sure, you know, everything's secure. I don't like to do things without really knowing, you know, how I'm gonna go about doing it. So, you know, there's a few things coming up. Ask me questions. Ask me questions. I love researching. Ask me fucking questions. Like, put me to fucking work. You know what I'm saying? Ask me questions. What you want to see? What you want to know? What you want me to research? You know what I'm saying? Somebody's doing it on my IG. I'm not gonna say your name because, you know, but shout out to you. You've been asking me questions. That's how I've been doing most of my videos too. So shout out to you. And yeah, BLACKBOOKT.TV, man. Keep on subscribing. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you go on my IG. Make sure you go on my Facebook, Oski Sungha. Make sure you go on my IG, BLACKBOOKT.TV or at BLACKBOOKT.TV. And keep on subscribing, man. I got more shit coming up. I got more, you know, scientific. You know, how the soul gets into the body. You know what I'm saying? I'm still patching that shit up because I don't want no mistakes. I don't want no mistakes on that shit. I don't want niggas to be like, yo, this shit sounds pseudo. Nothing. I'm patching that shit up. So, I'm still making sure that's cool. After that, like I said, there's some new shit coming. That's going to be next year. I'm not going to even get there. Next year's going to be some shit. I got some shit ready. So, keep on staying tuned. BLACKBOOKT.TV. And ask me some more questions. I'm gonna be talking more about reptilians and shit because y'all seem very interested in that. Y'all seem like y'all really want to know who the fuck is taking over your shit. So, you know what I'm saying? BLACKBOOKT.TV. I'm out.